welcome to the West Point Association of Graduates Ring Melt Ceremony for the class of 2025. The Association of Graduates would like to extend a very special welcome to our ring donors. Your generosity ensures that the ring melt reflects the long gray line and fortifies the powerful connection of graduates and our beloved academy for the next generation of leaders. As we remember and honor your loved ones today, we recognize and thank you for your sacrifice and your strength. The gold melted today represents the contributions and deeds of leaders, heroes, and loved ones whose rings will be forged into the legacy gold for future cadet classes. It embodies the visible and everlasting linkage of West Point graduates through our cherished class rings. We're honored to have members from our event sponsor, the Class of 1966. We extend a very warm welcome to our Class of 1966 ring donors. Mrs. Ruth Crocker, whose husband, Captain David R. Crocker Jr., was killed in Vietnam.
The stone in Dave's ring was lost in Vietnam, but I'm glad that the ring itself has found its home.
And Mrs. Susan Farrell and her family, who have donated her husband, Colonel Henry R. Farrell's ring. Thank you.
My dad wore his Class of 49 ring with pride every day. And the only request he had of us before he died was that we donate it back to West Point.
In today's ceremony, the Association of Graduates is honored to add to the ring melt a record number of 88 rings, spanning the classes of 1913 to 2005. The class of 2025 will have 9 rings from the class of 1975, their 50-year affiliate class.
On behalf of my uncle William, class of 31, and my father Danny, class of 39, I am reminded that serving has been the greatest privilege of our lives.
The class of 2025 is honored to carry on this tradition, and we hope to see ourselves grow as stewards of our profession who tangibly carry a piece with us forever. We hope to honor the classes of 1966, 1975, and all classes who have contributed to this ceremony with our future service to this nation.
Cadet LaReau is holding a vial of gold shavings known as the Legacy Gold, which contains trace elements of gold from class rings donated over the last 23 years. The oldest ring that is part of the Legacy Gold belonged to Colonel Percy Myers Kessler, class of 1896. Gold from one of the newest rings belonged to Lieutenant Colonel Michael Jerome McMahon, class of 1985, who died in a plane crash in Bamiyan, Afghanistan on November 27, 2004. With us today is his wife, Colonel Jeanette McMahon, class of 1983, and their son, Cadet Dennis Richard McMahon IV, class of 2025. The Legacy Gold will be added to the 88 newly donated class rings that are already in the crucible and subjected to intense heat.
We will look down at our rings and recognize that its gold contains the same gold that was worn by astronauts, Medal of Honor recipients, prisoners of war, 4-star generals, and several brave soldiers who paid the ultimate sacrifice while serving this nation. My classmate Ricky McMahon will look down at his ring and feel ever connected to his brave father, who paid the ultimate price in service to our country. Robbie DeMont, whose grandfather's ring was donated today, will look at his ring and be reminded of his own family's 6 generations of service within the Army as West Point graduates. My classmates and I will feel connected to and inspired by the 88 graduates whose rings were specifically donated for our ring melt.
I want the cadets of the class of 2025 to know how much strength and courage you will carry